It was just nice to see. All those guys put the time and effort in, whether it's meetings, into practice, and to get that opportunity to go in there and make plays, I'm sure he was very excited and gave us a little spark, because at the time we just needed something to happen and try to find the end zone, and we're able to.
What's Joe's?
Just one where he took a shot. I mean, he delivered a great pass on that and took a shot, and it's one of those, could he have gone back in? But then when you look at time remaining in the game, you're down to your third string quarterback in the game. So, it was just game management of getting out of there clean.
I know I've talked to Mitch just from knowing him, and he's a really confident guy, and he goes in there and goes 6 for 7. How do you think kind of having a guy that confident being your backup, just coming and just start throwing the ball, how does that help the team morale?
We see it in practice, even if he's running the scout team offense to when we're competing with the 1s and 2s, Mitch is fiery and he can throw the football. We know he can throw the football. So, it was great seeing him get the opportunity to go in there. He's been working hard for it, probably looking back, he's been here for a while, and so to have the opportunity to go in and have your family see the hard work that's paid off and see him make plays out there, it was great to see.
Struggled running the ball today.
We did, up front. That's early on, you could see up front. We not only struggle at running the football, but we struggled at pass protection. And if you do not win up front, it's going to be a long day in this league. And, we didn't win that battle up front, our offensive line versus defensive line. Give them credit. They got big, strong kids. And that's an area we got to get better at, And I say it's never the players' fault. We got to find better ways to get our players in a situation that they can be successful on Saturdays.
Like you said earlier in the week, this is the type of program, your program, you would like to emulate with the young players being juniors and seniors, seeing it firsthand and your kids seeing it firsthand.
Yeah, it's a tough learning experience, that's for sure. And we're going to see, we got to get ready every week. Tomorrow we got to put this game behind us. We got to get ready for another tough battle at North Dakota. So that's the standard. What we just played, that's the standard in this league. And they've been doing it for a long time. And you know what? They beat us. They beat us up pretty bad today. And we got to learn how we can close that gap. What do we need to do better? How we recruit, how we lift, how we train, how we practice. All those assessments go in. When you go play a game, we're going to get tested like this for the rest of the year. So we'll rise up. I know one thing, our kids have fight. I'm proud of them. I'll always be proud of them. Do we get disappointed at times? I think like a family, you get disappointed. But that doesn't mean we don't love them and we don't trust them. And, we're in that process. That's the standard. We're in the process of building this long term. And it kind of makes you realize, we got some ways to go, but we got to close that gap as soon as we can. And there's some positives I saw in the game, creating some turnovers during the first half, and some hits, that I saw some of our defensive players. I thought our defense rose to the occasion after we went down 14-0. I thought they rose up and played hard. And then we couldn't get anything going offensively just to try to make that a football game.
2 turnovers you got in the red zone too.
Yeah, we did, and we needed to answer those. We needed to get first downs. You get first downs turn into drives into the red zone, turn into points, touchdowns. We got 3 there early. We needed to finish that drive, and they stuffed us 3 straight plays once we got in the red zone, and then we had to kick a field goal. But 3 points isn't going to win you football games against these opponents.
South Dakota State 10 of 12 on 3rd down. Is it deflating to get them in those positions and then give those up?
Well, we had a very injured, I always say this, if, trappers and, you had an injured animal coming into Stambaugh today. A team that's lost their last 2 out of 3, 2 at home. They went 5 of 19 on 3rd down last week. You're not going to win football games going 5 of 19. So what do great programs do? They get ready to go. They fix what they needed to fix. That was their 3rd down. And they came in probably a little angry. You know, you're talking about a team that played in the national championship game a year ago. And, you know, we had to withhold that surge in the first half. I thought our defense adjusted to it, but then we just couldn't get all phases of our football game playing together.
But because they were able to adjust, Doug, that was because they're juniors and seniors. I mean, they're mature.
You know, they are. I mean, that's a very mature team, very strong team. You know, I never want to use an excuse of that, but they are. I mean, you saw a team that's played a lot of football games. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, played a lot of football games as a team. And they've been to the playoffs since 2012. I mean, that's what Youngstown State, that's what we gotta get back to. That's what Youngstown State was used to. That's the tradition. And we're in the process, and we're gonna continue to stick to that plan and get back to work tomorrow.